In the wake of Charlie Kirk's death, some local Republican students are coming together to pick up where the late political activist left off. Students from 2 local universities are in the process of starting what could be the first chapters of Kirk's youth outreach group, Turning Point USA in NEPA. 2822's Avery Nape joins us now live in the studio. Avery.
Nick, Candace, both students I met with say Kirk's conservative values are something they'd like to see more on their respective campuses. And now with the potential formation of the 2 Turning Point chapters, students and professors could get a chance to get involved.
The death of Charlie Kirk has prompted an increased interest in his nonprofit and conservative youth outreach program, Turning Point USA, and that includes NEPA.
I think the goal really is to just continue the mission of Charlie Kirk and to get more people involved in politics and speaking the truth and just being unafraid and really willing to hold honest and open conversations.
We have a community of students who are willing to, open themselves up to the conservative ideology and also Christian values. We are a Catholic institution.
Therese Shimkus, a senior, and Ryan DeBellis, a junior, are both actively involved in their school's Republican clubs and student government. The University of Scranton's application was recently submitted to Turning Point, while Misericordia's is still in the process. DeBellis says he hopes the presence on campus will turn more of the youth onto conservative values. Values he feels have fallen by the wayside.
I feel like we've kind of been drifting away, but with, the assassination and the amount of news coverage this has gotten, there's a pretty big, strong wave coming.
A wave Shimkus feels could actually bring people, regardless of political ideologies, together through conversation.
We live in a culture that tries to silence people who want to speak the truth, and he was assassinated for doing just that. And I think the response to that should not be silence, it should not be violence, obviously. It should just be more honest and open speech and debate.
Speech and debate, the formation of the Turning Point chapters hopes to generate on both campuses, and something both students say can create an open dialogue in response to Kirk's death.
I think the response really needs to be courage and standing up for what you believe in and not backing down.
As soon as we realize that the left wing and the right wing make up the same eagle, only then we can soar.
Now, we did reach out to Turning Point USA on their apparent influx of applications following the assassination, but did not get a response back in time for this story. Live in studio, Avery Nape, 2822 News.
Avery, thank you.